Hey guys, it's the Pokemon player. I hope you're all doing great. Today we are looking at Darkrai Dragonair, which is a deck that has been turning some heads. Now, Dragonair has been a thing for a while. I mean, it clearly had a lot of potential for a while. And when I first saw Dragonair, I thought of making it with Dragonite, the one from Roaring Skies, this one, because now with Dragonair you can actually load his attack with Choice Band, you can one-shot EXs, and he grabs an extra prize, so it gives you quite an edge, and I think I'm going to be making a deck profile about that, so you can see that in a second. But today, that is not what we're looking at. We're looking at Darkrai Dragonair. So, if you do not know what Dragonair does, he allows you to, in one turn, after you've attacked with him, oh, sorry about that, you attack with him, and in the next turn, you can actually attach all the energy cards you want from your hand onto your Pokemons, and that is just powerful in a whole bunch of different decks, but if you attach it to just one Pokemon, make one Pokemon extremely powerful, as soon as that Pokemon goes down, you've kind of lost all the progress you made with that one Dragonair. So, what is the perfect Pokemon to pair it with so that all this effort you put into attaching all these energies just stays into play? Well, Darkrai. That's exactly what Darkrai does. If you guys don't know, Darkrai does 20 plus 20 for every darkness energy in play, of all your Pokemon. And what's great about that is you attach 2 darkness energies to Darkrai, but then all the work you put of setting up, you put onto your bench. So as soon as Darkrai goes down, all the work is still there, all the setup is still there, and then your next Darkrai only needs 2 darkness energies to be hitting for exactly the same that your last Darkrai was doing. And that's exactly what we're going to be taking advantage of here with Dragonair. We're going to use Dragonair's attack, we're going to put energies all over our board, and then we are just going to be hitting and just running through everything with Darkrai. So let's get to the list. We're also playing this with Giratina. Now, Darkrai Giratina's been a thing for a while. Darkrai's been played sometimes with just darkness energies. I'm sure you guys are familiar with this concept, but you play with Max Elixir to just accelerate a bunch of darkness energy all over your board and be hitting with just darkness energy. But double dragon energy, you can attach to a dragon Pokemon, and they can both count as darkness energies if you want. They're basically rainbow energies each, but you can only attach them to dragon Pokemon, so it's pretty common to put a dragon Pokemon on your bench, attach dragon energies, and now you're hit. And now in one attachment, you did double the extra damage than you would have if you just attached a darkness energy that turn. What is the best dragon Pokemon to attach? It's generally Giratina. Giratina has a retreat cost of 3, which isn't great, but apart from that, as a Pokemon, he's pretty good. He's got immunity from Megas with his ability, and his attack is pretty good. He does 100 damage and blocks tools, special energies, and stadiums. You can use this attack because though we're not running grass and psychic energy, we are running double dragon, and that can count as 2 darkness or as grass and a psychic, and then play these 2 energies with either 2 darkness or another double dragon. So we can use Giratina's attack, and we won't very often. We're generally going to attack with Darkrai, but he is the best dragon Pokemon to have right now, so that's the one we are using. So let's get straight to the list. Our main attacker is Darkrai. We're running 3 of him. Some lists run 4, not some list of this. Some list of Darkrai run 4 Darkrai's, but this isn't a list that we're taking our time, we need to last, maybe switch out of Darkrai's. This list is powerful, speed, and aggressive. So we are going to be running just 3 Darkrai's, and that is enough. We're running 2 Giratinas. We're generally only going to have space to put one on the bench, but if one's prized, at least we have another one. Then we're running 2 Shaymins and 1 Tapu Lele. You guys know Shaymin and Tapu Lele. Shaymin draws until you have 6 cards. When you play him, you draw until you have 6 cards in your hand, and when you play Tapu Lele, you get to search your deck for a supporter. They're not very good attackers, but they're there to help you set up, particularly Shaymin, during the turn. Now, I'm going to refer to the turn a couple times during this deck review. I mean the turn right after you attacked with Dragonair, when you're going to be attaching all those energies, and that turn needs to be explosive for you. You need to be doing so much just so you can draw into as many cards as possible and have all those energies to attach. And Shaymin really helps you with that, because if you can get rid of your whole hand, you can Shaymin get 6 cards, get rid of your whole hand, Shaymin again get 6 cards, and then Sycamore and get a bunch of cards, and then you can just really, really swarm the board with energies. So, Shaymin you might need before to get set up, but if you can, try to save them for the turn. Then, Tapu Lele won't necessarily to help you too much, but it's good to have a Tapu Lele in your deck. Then we are running, as Pokemon searching, we're running 4 Ultra Balls, because Ultra Ball is Ultra Ball and gets everything on this board, and then 2 Nest Ball, which doesn't get us our Shaymin or Tapu Lele because the abilities won't activate, but they get us our Darkrai's. They get us our Giratinas, which we will need, and they also get us our Dratinis, so that's pretty good. Then we are running 2 Level Balls. Now, Level Ball is an interesting card to put in here because we can only search Dratini and Dragonair, but we want to dedicate quite a bit of space in our deck to make Dratini and Dragonair work, and instead of running 4 Dratinis and 3 Dragonairs, we decided to run Level Ball, which can grab either one. So it's not great for Garbodor, but I mean, this deck has an amazing Garbodor matchup either way, so we're happier with just running Level Ball, which can count as either, instead of running a specific Dratini and Dragonair in those spots. We are then running, yeah, that's all for the Pokemon searching. As supporters, as I said, this deck is aggressive. That's why you don't see any Versus Seekers here. We're not playing to take our time, playing a Hex Maniac and a Skyla and a Delinquent and just trying to make the game last. We're going extremely aggressive, so we want the cards that we want when we want them, and we don't play Versus Seeker because, you know, Versus Seeker just doesn't really help with Garb. So we're just playing 4 Sycamores, 4 Ents, 4 Lysanders. You all know what those supporters do, and we're playing them there so we can have them. We are then playing for Altar of the Moon, and Altar of the Moon here is actually our main of retreating. We could play Escape Rope or something, because we want to be attacking with Dragonair ASAP, but we are probably not going to start with Dratini since we're running 3 of him and a total of 8 other different Pokemons to start with. So chances that we're starting with something else are pretty high, and we need to be able to retreat him. And the best way here to retreat him is Altar of the Moon. Altar of the Moon, running for him, gives 2 less retreat for all of the Pokemons with Darkness or Psychic Energy attached. So don't forget, that's Darkness Energies, and the Double Dragons can count as Darkness Energies, which gives everything here free retreat, except Giratina, which has a 3, so it'll give him a 1 retreat cost, because the retreat cost is decreased by 2, so you'll have to discard any Darkness Energy you'll have attached. But either way, it just really helps to switch. But that's just basically the way we're running to switch. And then we are running 3 Professor's Letter and 1 Energy Retrieval, and this is for the turn. We want to be, when we're drawing into these cards, getting as many cards as we can to get all the energies we want, and that's exactly what these Professor's Letters are here for. And honestly, some people run 4 Professor's Letter and no Energy Retrieval, and I prefer running Energy Retrieval, guys. Professor's Letter searches 2 energies in your deck, Energy Retrieval searches 2 energies in your discard pile, and the reason I'm doing that is because I've noticed by the turn, with Ultra Ball, with Sycamore, with things you've been playing, you probably have already 2 Darkness Energies in your discard pile. So Energy Retrieval becomes the same thing as Professor's Letter, but that way at least it's 2 less cards that you take out of your deck, 2 energies that you might draw into if you Sycamore later on. It's just really helpful, and since you nearly always have those 2 energies in your discard pile, you know, it's nice to have the Energy Retrieval. Also, it gives us means to discard here, because since we're not playing Versus Seeker, when we play our Ultra Balls, there's nothing here that we really want to discard. When you're playing Ultra Ball and you're playing Versus Seeker, you'll want to discard your one of supporters and stuff. You're like, well, it's good for me. Or if you're playing Mega Turbo, you want to discard your energies. And here, there's nothing you want to discard. So whenever you're discarding, you're like, well, everything here is useful. And that's why we're running Energy Retrieval, because then you can discard your energies and feel like, you know, if I get my Energy Retrieval, now it'll be as a Professor's Letter, so it's a good thing I'm discarding it. And then we're running 4 Double Dragon Energies. I explained Double Dragon Energy. You attach it to your Dragon Pokemons, and they count as 2 Darkness Energies. You could also attach them to Dragonair, but obviously it's a lot safer to attach them to an EX, because, let's be real, Dragonair has 90 HP. It's going to go down pretty fast. It's probably going to go down right after you use Dragon's Wish anyways. Just not a safe play to put Dragon Energies onto that Dragonair. Sometimes you'll have to, but it's better not to. And that is about the whole deck. So, I hope you liked the video. I hope you liked the deck. If you want the games video, it's not out yet, but as soon as it will be, I'll add it to the comments, into the description. So, if it's not in the description, then it's not out yet. If it is in the description, then it's out. I know, Sherlock Holmes. That's about it. I hope you liked the deck, and I'll see you next time for another video.